Inner city life, inner city pressure. The concrete world is starting to get you. The city is alive, the city is expanding. Living in the city can be demanding. You've pawned everything, everything you own. Your toothbrush jar and a camera phone. You don't know where you're going, you cross the street. You don't know why you did, you walk back across the street. Standing in the sitting room, totally skint, and your favourite jersey is covered in lint. You want to sit down, but you've sold your chair, so you just stand there. You just stand there. You just stand there. In a city.
Inner city pressure. In a city. Sorry, it's just one of the most hilarious songs ever. And it's a Kiwi band. And Jacinda Ardern is the Kiwi Prime Minister. What a legend. And again, a huge shout out to Emma Clossy. Happy hands, happy heart. You are the most incredibly talented human. I wish I could create your face with Play-Doh, but it would be a little bit of a disaster. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about the incredible Prime Minister of New Zealand. And as usual, I'm going to be taking you through her story. And at the end, I'm going to ask you guys to pick 3 character strengths that you think represent her. And I will share mine as well, but there'll be a little moment to pause it, and I'd love you just to really have a think. And again, remember, if the words aren't in the balloon, you can come up with other strengths as well. So I'm going to start with a quote to kind of set the scene for this incredible human. Jacinda says, "I really rebel against the idea that politics has to be a place full of ego and where you're constantly focused on scoring hits against each one another. Yes, we need a robust democracy, but you can be strong and you can be kind." So this is the Speaker of the House in New Zealand holding a baby, and that baby happens to be Jacinda's baby. So she fell pregnant and had a beautiful baby girl in her first term of being Prime Minister. And I think what's really cool about this is the fact that it's showing women and young girls around the country that is possible. And of course it's possible, but she handled it with such grace, which seems to be a bit of a common theme for her. Now I want to share some of her highlights. So Jacinda talked about the fact that the most amount of letters that she received from children were asking if they would ban plastic bags. And so what does she do? She's banned plastic bags in New Zealand. Now, a horrendous tragedy happened last year where 2 mosques were attacked and over 50 people were killed. Now, when this happened, as a leader, what tends to happen is a lot of fear and hatred is spread. But what Jacinda Ardern did instead was spread compassion and peace, which was quite incredible. And she really became a bit of a figurehead in terms of people looking up to the way she handled it with such grace and so much empathy, and really promoted messages of kindness and love in this incredibly difficult time. Another big thing that she did, which we were obviously very excited about at Grow Your Mind, is, as you know, we're all about the fact that we all have mental health. And so there's our little thing, 7 out of 7 kids have mental health. Let's teach them how to look after it. And she actually introduced the world's first budget ever dedicated purely to well-being, and a huge chunk of that went for mental health. So we were very excited to see that. Now, not everything has been peaches and cream for her. So she had this her government had this big plan to do something called Kiwi Build, where they would thereby build 100,000 houses in 10 years so that people could afford it who didn't have a great deal of money. And that hasn't gone to plan. And in fact, their social housing list, which is basically for people that they go and put their names on a list if they require a home that's more affordable to live in, it's growing by the minute. Now, she's received a lot of criticism for this, as has her government, but she continues to persevere and she continues to readapt as well. Now, another big thing that's happening, obviously, at the moment is the coronavirus, COVID-19. And sometimes it's the adults that are the ones that are most scared, but also sometimes it can be children. You can be thinking, well, what's everyone worried about? And if they're worried about it, should I be worried about it? And so she held, as the Prime Minister of her country, she held a special children's press conference where children could ask her questions directly. So a very approachable and amazing thing to do. And actually, this is this little screen grab that I took of her speaking to the country, and it was after she just put her toddler to bed, and she's addressing the nation from isolation in her home, where New Zealand currently is in a big isolation mode at the moment, to host a big Q&A about coronavirus. So I've just kind of given you a bit of a snapshot about her character, and I want you to have a little think about what you think her 3 top character strengths are. So I'm going to, do this signal, which means pause it, and then I'm going to reveal what I think they are. And remember, you might be more right than me, and I'm not always right by any means. So pause. Okay, so these are what I think are her incredible character strengths: leadership, kindness, perseverance. I really want to say respect as well, and I want to say empathy. Gee, she's got a lot, doesn't she? What an incredible leader. So remember, guys, the people that we spotlight in this Guess Who series are not people that haven't had challenges, that haven't stuffed up, that haven't faced their fears. In fact, it's often from going through these really massive things and really tricky things that they have gone on to flourish and to continue to be of benefit. So remember, there's also lesson plans that you can check out on our website, growyourmind.life, and let us know if you're finding these little Guess Who series enjoyable. Bye for now.